Scripture, Deuteronomy 21:15-17. If a man have two wives, one beloved and another hated, and they have borne him children, both the beloved and the hated, and if the firstborn son be hers that was hated, then it shall be, when he maketh his sons to inherit that which he hath, that he may not make the son of the beloved firstborn before the son of the hated, which is indeed the firstborn. But he shall acknowledge the son of the hated for the firstborn, by giving him a double portion of all that he hath, for he is the beginning of his strength, the right of the firstborn is his. Calvin's commentary: if a man have two wives, inasmuch as it is here provided that a father should not unjustly transfer what belongs to one son to another, it is a part and supplement of the Eighth Commandment, the substance of which is, that everyone's rights should be preserved to him. For, if the father substituted another son in the place of his firstborn, it was unquestionably a kind of theft. But since it rarely happens that a father unnaturally degrades his firstborn from his precedence, if all are born of the same mother, God reminds us that he did not enact this law without cause. For where polygamy was allowed, the mind of the husband was generally most inclined to the second wife, because, if he had loved the first with true affection, he would have been contented with her as the companion of his life and bed, and would not have thought of a second. When, therefore, the husband grew tired of his first wife, and desired a second, he might be coaxed by her blandishments to leave away from the children of his first marriage what naturally belonged to them. Hence, therefore, the necessity of the remedy whereby the father's power of altering the right of primogeniture is barred. For, although they might allege that they only gave what was their own, yet it was an act of ungodly arrogance to reject him whom God had deigned to honor. For he who arrogates such power to himself, or who assigns the birthright to whom he will, almost arrogates to himself the ability to create. This right, as is stated in verse 17, was a double portion of the paternal inheritance. The reason which is added is equivalent to saying that the firstborn is the principal honor and ornament of the father. Still, if there was a just cause for disinheriting the firstborn, another successor might be substituted in his stead, as Jacob shewed in his case when he disinherited Reuben. Genesis 49:4. When it is said, before the son of the hated, some expound it to mean during his lifetime. Others retain the Hebrew phrase before his face. Their opinion, however, is probable, who take this particle comparatively, for, instead of her son. The wife is called hated, not that her husband is positively her enemy, but because he loves her least, for contempt is considered as hatred, and he is called an enemy who does not render conjugal benevolence.